This week on the Push Pull Legs podcast, it's a moronic 2024 predictions show. And 3, 2, 1, we're back in 2024.
Hey guys, welcome to the Push Pull Legs podcast with myself, Damik.
And a very sick Tom Hall.
Oh, he sounds very nasally. Tom's not started off 2024 in a good place at all with that illness.
No, so we actually pushed back the podcast a week because I was ill and didn't have a voice. And turns out I am still ill. So of course we had to do one because Dan needs to speak to a normal person because he hasn't had one.
Well, I haven't spoken to anyone for literally the whole new year. So you are one of the first people I'm speaking to, mate.
So
nice.
And ditto, to be fair, because I was longing for some actual human interaction because I was just like, shut up.
And you couldn't get it, so you got me. So look at me.
Yeah. Well, even to the point, right? Because obviously I lost my voice, but I had if I have a day off for a weekend, my normal routine of waking up, I'll walk down to go get a coffee. Didn't have a voice, so I didn't want to go and breathe over everybody and and then just people going, what? What? I'd be like, fuck off. Yeah, so I couldn't do that, which is obviously my need for human interaction is real. I always think I'm a little bit more introverted than I think I am. And people will know, no, you're reasonably extroverted, Tom. I'm like, I feel I'm introverted.
I feel like everyone's a bit more introverted than they think, though, because I think the extroverts are those people who just go, oh, shut up. Those ones that are just completely out there. I think being British, I think naturally the social norm is to be somewhat introverted.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I think that's
definitely I'm an us when we're younger. Extroverted introvert kind of thing. I have to be extroverted in some of the aspects, obviously, how we operate. And I'm 100% comfortable within stuff I'm good at or I know about. As soon as I've taken out of that, I'm like, fuck, deer in headlights, that kind of shit.
Like golf, for example.
I'm always scared
shitless. Shit.
That's a weird one. I'm way more confident about playing with randoms now than I used to be. I used to shit myself playing in competitions with random people and be like, oh, they're gonna judge me. And now you're of the age of couldn't give a shit if you shank it. It's golf, it's fine.
Also, as well, you're probably in a top bracket. I saw a stat the other day that me and you are both in the top 1% golfers. There you go, mate.
What in our households? Correct.
Yeah,
definitely
correct.
Agree.
100%. Yeah. I think even in the world as well.
That's exciting, isn't it? Well, probably not currently for me.
Probably not currently for you. No.
I'd be struggling, but more I am than a deal off my driver, I think. So that's gonna be fun. So get some more distance because just
you do need more distance, mate. Yeah, of course. That's what you need more. Not got on the fairway. You need more distance.
Oh,
skip the fairway. Go straight for the green. Don't even try
that. Go for the green. I've driven some par 4 greens with you. We're all good. We're fine. So this has been a fun start to the new year. I'm sorry that I will not be using my normal gusto and energy, but there's some stuff that's already pissed me off in this year, so we'll have a go.
Wow. We're going to go for it then, eh?
We'll have a go, but yeah, we've not had a great, well, on my end anyway, Dan said it sounds like this is the first Christmas I've felt you know what? I get why people either go away or they go to a hotel and just let everybody else fucking do it. I totally get it. So
yeah.
I think Christmas. I might be a dance. To be honest, I might just be
mate, you're more than welcome, mate. Come on. I think Christmas. I just think that we're of an age now. Obviously, I'm a little bit older than you, but I think most people listen to a similar age. I just feel I just realised that the short finite time you have off from work, right? I just feel like it should be better spent than doing what you normally do at Christmas. That's my honest opinion these days. I think I see my family other times of the year, see all these other things going on, blah, blah, blah. But I've said this to clients all week. Is I feel like Christmas is this, what I just had, one of the most relaxing ones I've had, because usually in the UK, I just feel like it's just like a road trip. It's just seeing all different family and seeing all different friends. And just felt like you never relaxed, you never chilled out, even though you're supposed to, and everyone says it is relaxing or whatever. You always have to take food or drink wherever you go. You have to take gifts wherever you go. You have to think about who you've got a gift for, you haven't got a gift for. And I just can't be arsed with it all. Me and Tom, really, really close friends. I didn't even text them on Christmas Day. Like, it doesn't even cross my mind. Like, it's not a thing that I'm like, it's for kids. It's not for adults. Text my family, obviously speak to them on Christmas Day, but my mates don't, I don't get a text. They don't text me. It just doesn't happen. Like, I say I don't care enough. It's not that I don't care enough. It's that to me, it's not a big enough deal. It's a week off. I'm like, oh God, I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
And over here, you get that a sense of that more because it's not a celebrate, but it's just not as expected. It is literally just like a week off to enjoy yourself. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a big one, mate. I'm all down for that. I think.
No,
Yeah.
it's very Grinchy. I like everything leading up to Christmas. I feel I like the Christmas
I,
vibe and that
I
thing.
feel like you realize being over here and having that approach to it, you realize how much it is a marketing gimmick.
Oh yeah,
Because
massively.
you think about how many shops and businesses have to make Christmas a big thing so that you buy presents, you buy food, you buy the drink. It's as much that now as it is anything else. Like, and I think being abroad, you can see it more because you realize when it isn't around you, you realize it is just another day.
Yeah.
Like it's really, really strange.
So
Yeah.
what we've decided, and we're still going to do presents. So I've got two sisters, right? And we've all decided that we're never going to buy each other Christmas presents again. So
Yeah.
all we're going to do is because we like doing this a couple of times a year anyway. It's just going to be a siblings only night, and we'll just go and have a nice dinner, and that is it. We'll just go catch
Mm.
up in December. We just make it a yearly thing. Let's go pick a restaurant that we like, and we just have a night off and just chat and chill and be with like our siblings because we all get on. So it was just like, yeah, let's just take the fucking pressure out of, oh, what shit, oh, what should I get by for Tom,
Mm.
like for Christmas? Like, what does he need? Or like shitty gifts or like random shit we don't need. Because yeah, we're all okay in like what we do. So we just buy things that we need. You're of the same aspect. It's like, all right, I don't want somebody to kind of think about like, oh, what golf thing or Star Wars thing does Tom want? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, if I want a Darth Vader helmet, I'm gonna go buy a Darth Vader helmet. Like, it's okay. I don't need you to go and be like, oh, does he play with tailor-made balls or Titleist balls? I'm like, don't fucking, I don't know. Let me do that. It's
Yeah.
fine. I don't need it. I appreciate the like whatever, but yeah. So it's all that kind of stuff that you're like, oh. I just end up getting like, I think I did make a point last year. Apparently, one of my clients said that to me. It was like, I think because I was like, I didn't get as much alcohol this year, and she was like, yeah, I think you made a point to everybody that you said you don't want alcohol, and I was like, good. I don't remember that, but I'm really happy. I only got
Yeah.
like one or two bottles of wine, and then I took them to New Year's Eve, so I could not get rid of them, but I don't really drink at home, so I only drink socially. I'm not one for like, yeah, let's crack it open on a Wednesday night. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah. So yeah. All good. We're alive. We're moving forward. So today's show will be more about, I guess we're gonna look at we normally do a predictions show, don't we? But I just typed into my notes predictions. But I can't remember what I've written it under. Um,
It's always good, isn't it?
live. So I've got predictions for 2021, but that was a while ago. Um, that's fitness trends for the new year, nutrition fads, IV drips. Jesus. Oh, one of them was will gyms reopen? That was a good year.
That was a good year. Yeah.
So we're gonna go off. We've got a list. Do we want to talk about this list off Apple? There's also a couple of things that I want to talk about. Well, actually, I learned this because obviously the new thing. We'll talk about this briefly now. Um, and there's a coach that's doing one of my combine things at the moment, Cara, and she posted up today. And I got really confused by it. So obviously there's an influx of people who do high rocks. Even Dan's having to coach someone to do high rocks, right? That's
Yeah.
how it's infiltrated fitness. And there's already, and apparently this was from last year or the year before, I don't know. There's already a high rocks coaching qualification.
Of course.
And I was like, I literally messaged her. I was like, I know she's doing like my programming before she like goes off and does like some more specific triathlon stuff for like a couple of months. And I was like, what the fuck? She was like, yep. I was like, what does it even fucking entail? I was like, it's just good fucking, well, it's not even good programming. It's programming to an extent, but just a little bit more intelligent. But then, like, obviously, I sent some stuff to Dan, and I was like, there's probably, I reckon most people is a little bit more basic and just, but it just, if you're doing it like just for everyone, it's going to be so unspecific for higher rocks based coaching because people then it's still like the case of they still need to be structurally strong. And there's always going to be niggles and like little exercises. I'm sure the stuff I sent you, I'm going to be like, there's some of those exercises there were very personal to Clara, who I had like doing
Yeah.
something that you'd be like, what the fuck's that? It's like that would be because she needs to do this or I need her to do this. But it's like the general theme is very similar. But I wouldn't even know what the coaching qualification would be because there's not be any nuance like that. There's still going to be you need to be a good strength coach. You just learn about the energy systems and the movements.
I don't know. I guess they're gonna, you know what they're like. They're gonna make it super specific to like I said, it must be that they'll make it. I reckon like not high intensity, but they'll make it seem extra special.
Yeah,
Like
it's
High
like
Rock somehow
not.
developed some unique energy system. Do you know what I mean? They're going to try and claim they're going to try and make one. Canaerobic. I don't know.
I'm
Do you know what I
like,
mean? They're going to try and do something stupid like that. I can just see it.
it's like it's so dumb as well. Like if you want to do it, like the one thing I would urge somebody to read up on is running and being able to coach somebody properly and write their run patterns and be able to do it up to a half marathon. Coach somebody up to doing a half marathon in like 3 months. That's what I would urge
Yeah.
somebody to do. Go read up about that because it's something like 54% of the fucking competition is running. So guess what? You probably need them to be a fucking great runner first, and then
Yeah.
you can do all the other stuff because you can bully your way through the rest of the other shit, but without that stuff. So yeah, it's quite interesting where people tend to focus. That's why most of my memes will be going at runners and high roxers for the rest of the year. So
What about
just
that?
just get some lols. So yeah.
It is that whole thing
Also,
of like everyone's saying, "Oh, it's an our personality trait." It is quite funny.
oh yeah, it's so funny. So I
I
can
quite
be
like
like
it.
the anti high rocks coach, so it'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just easy content to make. Just get a fucking meme, write over it, some bullshit about high rocks coaching. Easy, done, job done.
Yeah.
So yeah, very easy if anybody's looking for content. Yeah, and then my other bugbear, Dan, because yeah, you can because there's always I didn't start the timer, not starting
Oh,
all over the
mate,
place. We all know. I don't think it's even working anymore, Dan.
mate, waste of time.
I've broken it.
Oh, wow. It's not
Well,
good
we
enough,
we
mate.
have no idea how to do this now. I have to use my watch.
That is not good enough,
There you
I'm
go.
afraid.
Do you
We
like
will
my
never know what
AirPods
time it
case,
was.
by the way? Do you see this?
AirPods case.
Oh, Siri,
Oh,
go
mate, that's
away.
pretty good. I quite like that.
It's a Pokemon.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a bit smart. Pokemon.
and just an aspect of I think if anybody probably listens to this show know we talk about vaguely on Instagram stuff and stuff like that. That me posted that on my stories probably got about 30 to 40
Mm.
likes
Yeah,
compared to anything fitness,
and that
business, anything related.
that
Yeah.
tells you what you need to know, Tom. Not to post
Kind
more
of
often.
yeah, I already know that, but it's just always I always like to test it as well. Like I'll do it like every now and again. I'll try, oh, then I'll put a link to like something beneficial or like stuff like that, and it'll be like, and your story has 10 views. Oh, I put a Pokemon symbol, lots of likes. Oh, it's got 600 views. Oh, like okay, cool, wonderful. Yeah, yeah. I'm so glad. Thanks, Instagram. Or like more like thanks people who can't bother to click on my shit because it's obviously like they've just skipped through it because they're like, oh, I don't want to be sold to.
Mm.
Obviously, it's fine. That's fine. But a mixture of both is what we need, don't we? It's just very
I
funny.
think, well, I was trying to think. I had a really interactive poll the other day. I can't remember what it was now, but it was something ridiculously simple. Oh, that was it. I did the sliders with the socks on, like, and the amount of messages of people saying, "Oh, yeah, but mixing Nike with Adidas, that's the real problem." Do you know what I mean? One of those. I was like, people just have the weirdest things they want to talk about.
It's funny,
So
isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
how they pop off every now and again. I think I had one. I was talking about I don't know. I stick to my nerd based things. So, oh, that was what I was wondering. It was for this. Do you think? Obviously, we vaguely haven't. There's certain purposeful things. Dan more than me. That we post about and mannerisms and certain things. And it always actually one of the talks from Dan's day that stuck with me is like smaller like trait based marketing shit of like what you're known for. So Dan's known for being a moody prick, playing golf,
Correct.
wearing sliders and shit like that. I'm probably known for I always have a baseball hat on. I like Pokemon.
Always.
I like nerd shit. All this kind of
Star
shit,
Wars.
right? Star Wars, yeah. It's very purposeful how that features in my content, or like I hate
Mm.
panna chocolats or panna raisins, that stuff like that, to try and
Yes.
invoke a reaction of people. Yeah, shock. I do hate them, but I'm gonna purposely, because I always people get pissed off by it, so it's funny.
Yeah.
So I ended up because I sent a couple of music things to one of my clients because I was just like randomly going, because what I used to do is on one of my walks, and I was like, I'm going to put up some different music, and like some J rock came on. That's Japanese like metal, J metal, J rock kind of thing.
Mm.
Something I was into like 8, 9 years ago, but it came up. Every does every now and again. And I was like, oh, I'll send this to one of my clients, and then it got me thinking as well. I don't think I portray about my music taste very often, but I certainly include it into my
Well,
content
it's
in
not
terms of
called taste, is it? Your music. It's
wonderful. Okay, but I certainly like have it on my reels because I think it's sickening putting fucking like whatever the was it trending reels? Fucking trending audio.
trending. Trending all day.
I'd rather like my post get like 100 less views than like put whatever bullshit there's on there. Anyway, got me thinking of like I'm pretty sure like on my online clients, I would say half of them have the same music taste as me,
Oh,
which
really?
obviously is like obviously some people would probably come to me because they have similar personality traits and they like what I talk about, like get on with me, stuff like that. But it's definitely a
Mm.
case of music taste as well. That definitely is a defining trait of people who it's definitely something that how you become friends with someone. You'd go to a
Mm.
gig with them or you talk about music. It's definitely like it's almost like a dating kind of thing, right? You're getting with that person because so my ex-girlfriend of like 8, 9 years, I'd say the predominant thing in our relationship was music, like hands down. We had the same
Mm.
music taste. And then one of our things would be like go to gigs. But yeah, been interesting. Would you say from your obviously business marketing guru brain there, Dan, that would be something that people should lean into or not, or just, or yeah, I don't know if they have a particular music taste. Because I would say mine isn't, it's niched, but it certainly segregates people to really like me if they do like the same music, I would say.
Yeah, I think that's where like I wouldn't use it as like for a trending audio kind of purpose. I'm going to sneeze in a second. Oh, hang on. I thought I was going to sneeze then. I wouldn't necessarily be using my audio on all my
Mm.
posts or anything like that, but certainly would be showing what you're listening to potentially. Like, remember people, you can do the Spotify thing sometimes, on new stories, you can do the Spotify
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
can't you do things like
yeah.
that? I think that sort of stuff works. Even like the Spotify rap stuff works quite well. It's definitely something to lean into. Have it on in the background when you're doing a story or you're doing a video. Like, again, it's little things like that can help. But I
Well,
mean,
I
I could
do.
do that, but like, it might be a mismatch of like steps, hearsay, All Saints. Like, I don't know if people still like them anymore, so I'd be screwed. But no, but mine is like a real mismatch of different, I suppose, genres and things like that, depend on my mood. And I think I guess a lot of people are like that. But
Yeah,
it's definitely something I would share because it makes you you. It makes you unique.
correct. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, because obviously in my check-ins, everybody who knows gets a check-in from me. I do check-ins today, have an audio background of, and then I'll show it on Instagram of what they're getting in the background. Because yeah, it's just a bit of fun, just in case some random music comes on. I usually take requests on that. Whoever gets in there or like check in first
Yeah.
can request what the check-in music going to be back, and then they get it for the rest of the day. So yeah, have fun with your clients. Who'd have thought it?
Who'd have thought it, mate? Eh? Who would have
So
thought it?
check-in requests are always welcome. Also makes check-ins a lot more fun. So yeah, because guess
Yeah.
what? They can be boring and monotonous sometimes if there's nothing really to talk about because they're all doing a fantastic job. That's like
There you
no.
go. They're not all the
They're not all doing it.
episodes.
Yeah, wonderful. All right. All right. We will go into it's one more rant ish. And then we'll go into fitness trends and let Dan talk. Daniel, something that is, I think, probably in more my world than yours, especially because I'm mixing with the cool people, all the cool cats. And I'm going to stick it out here physios. Fuck you, physios. Um, Performance coaching. What the fuck is this new title that physios have decided to think up that I seem to see a lot of? And there's even some of my friends who I quite highly respect, and they're really good at what they do. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's not working very well.
Time not working at all.
Yeah, they've decided to, if you've done like your level 4 S&C course or something, or they've decided to do something like that. A physio that's gone into the S&C world, or vice versa, a PT that's gone into like the rehabby world, which is something that, watch the next 6 months, there might be something for you. If you're a rehabby based PT or a physio, listen to this. Shock. If you want to work with me, that is. But there's this newfangled. Obviously, we went through it of like, oh, I don't want to call myself a personal trainer because it's not exactly what I do. No, it's exactly what you fucking do. It's fine. I sometimes call myself a coach, but then I'm like a personal trainer. It's fine. But I don't understand the performance coach, because you inherently just said that everybody is a fucking performance coach. No?
Well, I think like coaching is performance. In some way, you hire a coach to improve your performance. I just think it's another one of those wanky titles, and it's just like
Yeah.
I think it's physios trying to separate themselves from physios who just physio and those physios who do S&C work,
Yeah.
essentially. But I've got a couple of clients of mine who are physios, and they got like good bright nights online world, and I just think that I don't know if these guys do this, but it's like I'm sure there's other people who probably call themselves functional physios. Do you know what I mean? It's that next thing of like you're gonna get it right. It's like what? And everyone knows what a physio is. They know that sort of thing, but they're saying a similar thing. And to be fair, which is like people still assume a physio. You go see them, you pay one session, you get diagnosed with an injury, you get given some banded exercises, and you walk out.
Yeah.
And there needs to be a change in how they're viewed, because obviously, as we
100%.
know, a
Yeah.
huge amounts of physio is actually the rehabilitation program, the strength training that you'll do after your injury's even healed to a certain degree, and like how it's a huge part of rehab. So I think there's definitely a shift within the industry that needs to happen with that. And I think it all, again, it's the same with personal trainers. It starts with improving the quality of personal trainers so that people know that physios do that.
Yeah.
It's just that most physios do give out banded exercises and say don't do any strength stuff. It's dangerous, blah blah blah. Crap, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard, I think, from that point of view, to change the perception. So
But
yeah,
I think
I don't know where I
I
was
think
going with
it's
that
the
point,
wrong
but
thing
yeah,
to change the title, because I think people are going to be like, oh, well, I know what physio is. I'm not going to go to
yeah,
this functional physio because I don't fucking know what that means. Maybe you just be the physio that does the good things afterwards, just does the
yeah.
aftercare, because it's something that we're going to talk about. Shock, what the my this business thing that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be working closely with physio clinics, and
Yeah.
like, and it like every single one I've talked to in the last week have just been like, yeah, the aftercare cool, but it is like this mindset of physios of being like, no, like, yeah, you get it done. I'll check up in you in a month. I'm like, what the fuck? Can't you check up with the next week?
Yeah.
Why? Where's your client retention rate?
There's a
It's
big
like,
problem with physios with like, again, one of the things that I speak to with the guys about is this view and perception in the physio world of like not to draw it out with clients and not to kind of like string them along. I feel like they string them along. If they see them session every week, they string them along. And I was like, and I said,
yeah,
and like, they're the same as me. They're like, well, does a PT feel that way? Well,
yeah, yeah.
no.
No,
Okay,
no.
so we need to change the way this is viewed. Then it's like a physio. No matter what you pay them, the goal is for you to be fit and healthy and never get an injury again. Correct? Yeah, we can all agree on that, right? So, what are you more or less likely to have that achieved if you see them every week for personal training,
Yeah,
or versus doing one physio session and hope they do their
rehab
homework
centered. That's the
and
thing.
then speak to them 6 months later? Like
But I think
it's
it's mainly the physios that, like, it seems to be, who don't want to dip into that world and maybe not that comfortable in programming other stuff around it. So there's a
yeah,
good example of like probably the guy that I see quite often is Rob Madden, who is a good coach anyway. And you see him doing his rehab shit, but guess what? If somebody's got like a hip issue, cool, they're going to do their rehabby nips, like hip stuff. But the
yeah,
next exercise they do is a single arm overhead press or something like that, or they're doing like single arm dumbbell bench press. It's like there's no reason for a physiotherapist why that can't be an actual strength session with that person as well. He's like,
yeah.
this is a non-competing thing. Why can't they have a little bit of a workout and make them better as a human? And then we'll keep doing the fucking rehab. But anyway, there's going to be something that we're going to be doing over the next year anyway. So watch this space if you're a physiotherapist and you want some confidence.
No,
Maybe,
performance coach.
sorry, performance physio.
Get it right, mate. Come on.
Beautiful, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna help that world, and maybe it might just help your business. Oh, shock!
Oh, not allowed to say that in the physio world, mate.
I
Not
know.
allowed.
Apparently, the physical is a taboo. You just get more clients. That's the thing. Not just keep the ones you got, keep them paying in you because they've got trust. Like, Crazy,
I
isn't
tell you
it?
what, if a physio right now could help treat my torn meniscus, I'd stay with them for a very long fucking time afterwards to make sure it doesn't fucking cause more pain. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
It's
what
yeah.
dad's getting old. So,
Tell me
so.
about it, mate. Fucking hell. That's a bit worse.
All right. Your 2024 fitness mega guide, the trends to know from wall Pilates to
Mm.
mood-based workouts. Here we
Right.
go, Dan.
Do you know what the irony of this is? I've seen two lines in this, right? And I'm going to read them out to you, and you're going to go, this is exactly why the media and everything's wrong, right? Number one, it's like this is like in the maybe the second paragraph. Um, if 2023 was the year biohacking, blah, 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 2024 will be the year, in quotation marks, it's all about going back to basics, says Wes Santos, founder of boutique group PT Gym in State Fitness, who believes this year we need to turn towards simpler, more sustainable fitness rather than fad diets, pretentious, gimmicky workouts. All right, that's number one. And then on the same article, further down, there is someone who's promoting mood-based workouts. Oh, I mean, come on. Like, yeah, like classes now aren't going to be geared towards basically they're not going to be geared towards the goal you've got, but on how you're feeling that day. Like, so if you've had a long day at work, there's a long day at work workout. And if you've had a short day at work workout, there's a like, do you know, like, I just think, like, come on, yeah, match your mood. Long day at the office classes are the new bums and tums, according to Nancy Best, PT and founder of female-only strength training community, Ladies Who Crunch. Right. So is it keeping it simple or is it making up shit? Like, which is it? Oh my God. Like, that was it. Yeah. Here we go. This year's best will launch her mood glossary. Yeah. So here we go. Tools that help members navigate her class library via their emotion, think angry or exhausted or energetic, or life scenario based, such as long day at the office or sleepless night with the little ones. I mean, come on. Come on. I'm sorry, but do you know what the difference between those two things is? Number one is if you're feeling angry, exhausted, or energetic, right? Or angry and energetic, you do a fucking strength workout. If you're feeling exhausted and you've had a sleepless night with little ones, you go and do some cardio. They're your two options. There you go, fixed it, done. Don't worry about it. It baffles me, mate. I just can't get around my head around it. How this, ah, I just don't know I don't know where to start with it all.
On
I just don't know where
Nancy.
to, yeah, it's
Where
just.
where is where is Nancy based? She's got to be in London.
And of course, they're all kind of like, to be fair to them, they're all good looking. Do you know what I mean? Of course they
Oh
are.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. Of
the
course you.
guys, the
Yeah,
girls, everyone in the paper they're always the
yeah.
same way.
They're all good looking
Um,
though. Yeah.
and there's another one here. Like, according to the latest data from ASICS, 15.09 minutes could be all it takes to experience uplift, and Londoners are cottoning on. They're calling it now exercise snacking.
Yeah, I've seen this. This is good.
Oh my God.
There is definitely. I don't know what exercise snacking seems a bit like. Yeah,
Let's call it what it
very.
is. Let's call it what it is, though. Let's just say quick, short, intense workout.
Yeah,
But you see, I think with workouts, the biggest problem that a lot of people have is the travel and the changing. If you said to a woman, right, or some guys, mainly women is the people I'd hear from most, don't want to get sweaty at lunchtime because I've got work and I've got to get ready, wash my hair and all those sorts of things, right? So if you had that going all going on, right, you have to do your hair, you have to get dressed, all that crap, right? Whether you do a 20-minute workout or a 40-minute workout isn't the problem. It's the
yeah.
40 minutes before or the 40 minutes after, sorry, and the 20 minutes before in terms of travel and getting ready. I just find it odd that like because you're obviously gonna have to sweat more in those snackable fitness periods. I just find it odd. Just find it odd, like the way that people are trying to market this stuff.
It's all snackable though, so it's just you
Can you
can't
eat it?
stop.
Can't eat
Like
it.
it's like Pringles. It's just like once you popped on a snackable workout, you're not gonna stop, are you? What's a full meal workout? So I'd rather do those because I want
Is
to
that
feel
like what's
full.
that? 60 minutes,
Like,
90 minutes? What's
but
full meal? Is
if you're
120
doing
minutes like a brunch? Like all you can
it's
eat brunch?
like
Like
it's all day brunch, beautiful. That's like a high rocks, yeah. But if by indication of snacking, like I have to do it frequently throughout the day because otherwise I'm not full.
yeah.
So
Well, yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
sounds awful. So it's probably not going to be the case. Let's see, 90%, 190% jump in interest in recent months. Well, it's only been a term for about 2 minutes. So
I was about to
probably
say,
yeah.
yeah, because they've had 5 people last month. Now they've had 100, like, yeah, 190% increase on that would be about 8 people.
You can always tell when they're not using like actual numbers. If they use a percentage based thing, that means there's fuck all people doing it.
Yeah.
That's the case. Let's go from the start though, mate. We've jumped right to the most ridiculous. So we can say yes or no, why it's stupid, why we think it's I mean, we've got into that. Do we think it's going to be a thing? So, train for longevity, not just January, is the first number one for that. So yeah, 20 apparently I'm gonna cough as well. 2023 was the year of biohacking, apparently. Um I guess so. There was more. What's biohacking? I guess the plunge pools, I think it was big. That was a
Yeah,
big thing
biohacking's just
last
all
year,
that
wasn't it?
crap, innit?
Yeah, just
It's,
like
it's
we're
all
gonna
the like,
trick our
yeah,
body into doing
don't
something.
eat carbs, like trick your body, yeah, hack your body.
Hack your body like into doing
Fasting, for
something.
example,
Yeah.
like fasting, ice baths, all that stuff.
Ice
Like, yeah.
baths, oxygen chambers. Yeah, I've got to admit, like until I have an oxygen chamber, that
Mm.
kind of thing. But increased oxygen, I think, not for the old. What's the other one? What's
No
the one the
idea.
third space have? They've got two of them. Hypo,
Naturally, mate.
right? The hypo oxygen. Is it hypo?
Hypo is less, isn't it?
Yeah, I know
Uh,
exactly, but I can't remember what it's called.
hypoxic.
Hypoxic. Thank you. I was like, what's the like short for oxygen? I was like, it's not hypooxygen or
No.
hypoxic. Because can you tell that I'm not quite running on all my brain cells currently?
Well, yeah, and that's saying something even more so then, yeah.
Even less. It's all about getting back to basics, yeah. So boutique group PT gym in State Fitness. They've got to be over there. The hot girl walk TikTok trend, encouraging low impact daily workouts over punishing your body. Oh, 3-8 workout, apparently. That's a new one. Which
Mm.
combines Pilates, strength training, and walking for an all-round fitness routine. Um, so was it 12 10 30 or something like that? 20 10 30? Wasn't that something? That
Yeah,
was
that's something
like
like, wasn't it the old there's like
you
a
walk at an
treadmill thing on it.
incline. Yeah. Like 30 minutes at like 12. No, it can't have been 12 incline for 3 kilometers an hour for 30 minutes, something like that. Just
Something like that, yeah.
basically like hill walking for half an
12,
hour.
5, 30, 12, I don't know.
Was it like 12 3:30? I don't know what it was, something
Something like
like
that, isn't
that.
it?
So this is this
Ridiculous.
another one then? So we've got she's just like they just literally made the same thing, right? 3-2-8. So what happens during the 3-2-8? The 3-2-8 method. So do we think this is going to be a fad or good, Dan?
Completely. Completely a fad. No
Completely a
doubt about
fad.
it.
So it calls you each week to do 3 weight workouts, 2 low impact Pilates or bar workouts, and take an average 8,000 steps per day. That is the 3-2-8 method.
Brilliant. Basically be active. Brilliant.
That is just be
Yeah.
an
Strength
active
train and be
human.
active.
Strength
Yeah.
train 3 times a week is probably all you really need to do. If you fancy doing, instead of those Pilates based sessions, if you don't want to do that, you can go for a couple of runs, you can go for a swim, you can go play golf, go do 2 hour activities, strength train 3 times a week. But even my old age now, if you just want to be a normal functional human being, I don't think you probably have to strength train 3 times a week. I'm more than happy with you doing twice a week and then another activity based workout, whether it be running or like steady state stuff or something like that. I think that's enough for you to kind of not make massive progress at all, but keep what you have. Mm.
Mm.
Personally, if you've got like hay in the barn, I'd like to say me and you are in this category where we've probably trained enough in our fucking lives to I'm always going to be able to yeah. I've not probably bench pressed properly for a year. I can still bench 100 kilos. It's okay. That kind of old man strength is still there. That kind of crap.
Strong boy.
I think it's the I don't know, prerequisite that you've done like the hard graft before doing that. But yeah,
Mm.
so yeah, massive fad. What the fuck is it? Just if there'll be another number, there'll be the 26-2 method next year. So we can make it, Dan. I think we should do it.
Just come up with random numbers, let's throw them out there.
Random numbers and just decide it fits to something else. So it'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, we've got the next one is fucking hell. Apparently that the 328 method is good for people that's got polycystic ovary syndrome. That seems a bit mad.
What, just being active? Yeah, I would say so.
Like,
just being active would help them for sure.
like, yeah, just be a decent. P-Volve, a
Oh,
cult resistance based workout endorsed by Jennifer Aniston.
it's just the way they just can say anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, exodating. That's the next one, isn't it? Exercise while dating. Brilliant. That's not good.
Exodating. So yeah, we
It's
got
not good
4 as
enough,
the
is it?
magic number. What's that all about, mate?
No idea. Trying to figure it out to read it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. The genetic testing is the thing, isn't it? That's the one. There's one here of Fitness Genes reports one test is £150 test of genetically tailored workout plans for a further £29. Understanding their genes has helped his users lose more than £80 in weight. Well, it's just eating less food, don't you? So that's how that works. Yeah, I just it's just the thing I find mental about all this sort of stuff is it's the way that people come up with these ideas, but people buy them. Like coming up with the idea is like one thing, isn't it? But you know when you sit there and go, oh, I'm going to come up with this 3-2-8 method for people. Do you reckon it'll sell? Like if you said that to me, do you reckon it'll sell? I'd be like, you must be fucking joking, mate. What are you on about? It's just training. Yeah, but if
Yeah.
I package it as a method, people buy it. Who's telling these people, yeah, it's a good idea? Go for it. That's what I want to know. Who's telling them, yeah, you should do that? That's a really good idea. That's so unique. I've never heard of anything like that before. That's the bit I can't get. I can't get my head around. Is if you came to me with this idea, I'd go, Tom, you're an idiot. That's just called strength training. But yet these people are in the paper, and it's that next thing in 2024. I can't believe it. People have, yeah. Anyway, there you go. That's my take on it.
Exodate. I knew that was a thing because, like, apparently, the new thing is run clubs, obviously, and that is where to get your next date from. If you want to
How
go
are you
to a
going to do
run
that?
club.
Breathing out your ass, like fucking phlegm everywhere. Oh, I don't get. But paddle's going to be the next thing, isn't it? Paddle will be the next one.
Paddles.
2024. Paddle's going to be the next thing. You
Yeah,
watch.
let's go through. Obviously, like, yeah, it's Pilates, fucking great. Hit the wall. Try fitness snacking. These are all bullshit. Fuck me. What are our big ones in the fitness world? What are you going to go for?
Paddle,
What's going to
definitely.
happen?
I'm calling it now.
Prediction.
Paddle's
Paddle.
going to take off. I reckon. It's taken off here, so I think it will take off
Yeah,
in
it's definitely growing. Like because pickle is like the fastest growing one, isn't it?
pickleball.
Pickleball. Yeah, that's the
That's the
American
American. Yeah, no one wants to play that
version
shit.
because it's like it doesn't require a paddle court. It's
Mm,
literally just like a small tennisy court thing.
yeah.
It doesn't have sides and stuff, but it still has the same like paddle board,
But the great thing about
paddle
paddle
racket.
courts is that you can't really go wrong with them, I don't think. Like, there's no real other equipment, there's no real kind of like costs involved other than obviously the space.
Yeah,
Like, so you can make them quite hands off with like, they wouldn't need to be staffed. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
There you go, mate. Business
Your
idea.
meniscus, mate, would be
Oh, mate, I
running.
couldn't play that. Yeah.
You'd be tearing it up. In the fitnessy gym world, don't really know. There's nothing that's higher
Exodating,
ups
mate.
will
It's going
go
to be the thing.
to
Exodating.
strength to strength again. It's definitely, but I feel like it'll drop off like CrossFit
Mm.
by the end of the year, maybe. I feel like people will get too into it. Obviously, running. I feel like running is making a comeback, mainly because I do think running will make more of a comeback this year and will get better. Mainly because what's happened in the golf world as well, yesterday or today, which is because Tiger Woods has gone from Nike,
Mm.
which has been on the cards for ages, because Nike
He's
Golf
the,
has
yeah, he's
lost
the last,
money
I'd say he's the last
like
one, wasn't he?
well, like Night Golf has lost money every year almost since Tiger signed. It's never been a profitable thing for them.
Mm.
And they'll go back to their roots. I think Nike will go back to their roots into running, which they're known as a running brand. That was what they were before. Did you ever watch? Did you watch
Yeah.
Air? Like,
I've read the book as well. Shoe
have you read
Dog.
the book? Yeah, obviously they
Yeah.
were like, yeah, a
Mm.
running brand before anything else. So, like, and I've read some articles based off some of that stuff, and like, I'm fortunate to train one of my clients was literally in the room when they signed Tiger Woods, and he was in like there during Nike. And he was like, yeah, at the end of the day, they're a running brand. Like they're gonna have to do that at some point. He's no longer with them, but he got shipped out to Converse when they bought Converse. Do you know that Nike bought Converse?
Mm.
Um, obviously to get but they were saying like Jordan is very much just like a retro brand now. Like it's becoming like a more people still wear it, still buy them, but it's not like accelerating any kind of thing. It's just a retro kind of cool brand to have. But they can't like break down new
Really?
barriers with it. So
I feel like with Nike, the problem they're going to have is always going to be like trying to, again, grow because you're already so fucking big. Like, surely it's just about maintaining where you're
well,
at.
apparently they've lost a lot of like because they focused on too many things. Like I've been reading, they've lost market share in running. So they're running shoes because
Yeah.
stuff like New Balance and Hoka have like been smashing them in terms of growth. So people are looking at other shoes, right? Um,
Right. Yeah.
so they've gone, actually, shit, we need to spend some more money on R&D on shoes and do the running shoes again, build their running attire. Because I guess like running attire and stuff like that, I bet Lulu's getting cutting into them a little bit for running attire and stuff like that because it's just nicer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Running will be back because Nike will do more R&D and they can pretty much print money when they do that. So I
Easy.
I bought Nike clubs, some golf clubs when they did it because it was cool because it's
Mm.
Nike. So yeah,
I think as well, it's also that with moving the ages, like we would always buy maybe more Nike stuff, but I wonder if the younger people nowadays are
maybe
bothered.
yeah, they'll be like,
Seems a bit of
oh,
that.
Hoka's the new cool brand, so we're gonna buy those shoes or stuff like that. Yeah, interesting. Nutrition world, mate. What's gonna happen? Either so it's definitely either veganism or
You
carnivore.
eat by Easter, you're either going to have to be carnivore or raw vegan. They're the only two options physically possible allowed in the world at any one point in time.
We're gonna get Coach Carnivore Cam on the show, so it's gonna be good.
But do you know what? There's going to be, I'm going to predict it now. There is going to be a carnivore diet, right? That is going to be exclusively like red meat or like something like that. You won't be allowed pork or chicken. It'll just be red meat. Like people will have to take it to that extreme. Do you know what I mean? It will be 100%. Like I saw someone the other day say that they're going to go on the primal diet, right? Follow me on Instagram. He's a coach. I'm doing the primal diet challenge, 30 days primal diet challenge, right? He made a fucking smoothie for breakfast. I was like, go fuck yourself, mate. I was like, I don't care if you've got yogurt and berries in it, and that's what maybe they eat in primal times. Or I don't care, right?
Yeah.
But the fact you've made a smoothie with your NutriBullet, you're a prick because that's not primal in any way, shape, or form, is it? Like, go away. It's just they say these things and it just winds me up. And I know that just like we had vegan, then raw vegan, it will be the same with carnivore. It'll be like you can't now cook your fucking meat, you have to eat it raw, or it'll just be cows, you can't eat anything else. Then it'll be whatever. It can't have butter because it's dairy. I don't know. There'll be some fucking. It'll be that. It'll be ridiculous.
Like chicken sashimi. That'd be really good.
And it'll be yeah, and it'll be yeah, and it'll be like mixed with other
Uh,
things. It'll be like fasting carnivore diet. It won't just be carnivore. It'll be carnivore fasting. Or honestly, the world has gone mad with it all. I'm actually quite glad I don't do nutrition anymore because I think I'd lose my fucking head ranting every day on Instagram about it. Um,
the
I'd be doing
nutrition
what Eddie
world is
Abu's
always
doing. I'd be doing
like,
what Eddie Abu's doing, but just about different topic. you can
yeah.
you can tell he's just got to the point where he's just flipped and gone, I'm so fucked off with so much. I'm just going to shout about it every day. That's the way to go. Like he's proven that. He has
Yeah,
proven you got
yeah.
to stand for something.
I sent you that thing, didn't he? He's like over like what's he like 1.4
1.3 million.
million?
It's scary, man.
Uh,
It's
yeah.
scary that way people, but it's the way the world's going. Is people need to be in one camp or the other. They need
You
polar
can see
opposites. They
it.
need
Fucking
the division.
Brexit was the camp for this. Like you
Yeah,
need to just stand up for what you believe in. Brexit was that. And then that
yeah,
is how we've become more nationalized, like stuff like that. So segregated.
yeah.
And if you don't stand for something, you stand for like nothing essentially. Yeah.
Correct.
So
That's the
unfortunately.
point. Unfortunately, yeah.
You can't just be in the middle of the road and be a nice person if you want
No.
to be successful. That can be what your business is behind the scenes, but maybe you've got to highlight what you really, really like or hate.
You have to
unfortunately.
give people what is it? You have to tell them what they want, give them what they need.
Yeah,
No one needs that shit, but you have to fucking kind of
yeah, reel
tell
them
them
in.
that's what they're gonna get. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, nutrition worlds. I don't know what would be big. Like, is there a food that's gonna make it? I mean, I went for ramen today, and anybody who knows me loves a fucking ramen. It's
a
probably not gonna be a
ramen,
big.
eh?
Yeah, it's good. It's good for the old illness, isn't it? I just craving like
Soup.
broths and soup and stuff like that. Basically, I got chili later, which I made yesterday. So, yeah, which will be lovely. I don't know what else is going to be big in food. Probably not much, to be honest, or nutrition based
No.
world. But yeah, it'll be even more extreme somewhere, or probably more fucking. I don't know. I can see them going a little bit more, maybe vitamins and minerals and micronutrients based. Is there going to be some sort of supplementation that people can get on? I don't know. More supplements? Or have we gone back to
Yeah.
like, no, we're going to be more raw and basic, like stop eating this shit like Eddie Abu. Be like, yeah, we're just going to eat good, easy food, which his most watched video, fuck me. Like, it's just eating like 10 boiled eggs
I
in
couldn't
like a
work it
bowl.
out. I couldn't work it out why it's got 37 million views.
It's just like this is breakfast and it's or like my lunch and it's like your food is fucking disgusting. Like I wouldn't listen to you about food whatsoever. Like
No.
what the fuck? Like the guy can't cook and that looks like it tastes fucking awful as well. Like you
Yeah.
shouldn't be eating this shit. Well, it tastes nice, so I'm not gonna eat your 10 eggs in a bowl. I'm sorry, Master Chef. Jesus Christ. I hope
Yeah.
he's
It's just, yeah, it's frustrating. Like, I think that's the thing about it, I find, like, is there's no rhyme or reason to it with
his
that.
his farts must be awful. Anyway,
Oh,
um, any
yeah,
other fitness fads that are going to be here this year? Other predictions,
not that I
Dan,
can think of. Not that I
in the
can
online
think of right
coaching
now.
worlds?
Um, no. I mean,
I
business
think
meant will carry on fucking
Dan's going to
making shit
do
up, but
a get ready with me video. I
get
reckon.
ready with me. Yeah, all those videos. Get ready with me. Show you what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's gonna
No,
be fun. I hope that happens. All right. Any other
gotta deal
business
with
from
it.
you, mate? Hmm?
No, not from me.
No, not from me, I don't believe. I think we're all good. We will be back to regular programming and we'll be reaching out to some humans to come. We'll try and at least get 6 guests on for our dream gym because we should talk to more
Dream
people than
Gym, yeah.
just each other, I guess, this year. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'll dip into a little box of tricks and see who we can
See
have
what we can
on,
get.
other than the likely suspects. I think that is normally our case, and it go against the grain slightly. Not people that is on every fucking podcast going. Mm.
Yeah, we do need to try and get some other people.
There are other people in the fitness space apart from the ones that always speak at every fucking seminar, like going, or every fit expo, or what is the equivalent of body power. There are other people out there, trust us,
Yeah.
that might be more interesting or more relevant and not resting on their one program they did 20 years ago. So
Yeah. The one thing they did once upon a time.
it's all right. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. And yeah, we'll catch you this week.
Catch you later.